Valentine's Day is this Saturday, and if you're just finding that out for the first time, you're welcome. In this video, we're going to check out 5 companies that are Valentine's Day themed to consider for your portfolios. Now we're just going to get right to it. The first, Airbnb. If you and your partner want to go on a romantic getaway, get an Airbnb. This company currently has a PEG ratio of 1.9. We like it to be 2 and under, especially 1 and under is fantastic. So 1.9, that's a little high for our likes. But debt to equity ratio looking pretty good at 0.3, return on equity, and an amazing return on invested capital. Those are some of the highest numbers of these 5 companies. Decent profit margins at 22%, revenue growth 9.7%. Free cash flow yield, one of the highest we'll see in these 5 companies. It's a little under that 7% mark that we're usually aiming for, but not too bad nonetheless. Now, Dio, this is Diageo, I believe is how you pronounce it. This is an alcohol company. They own Guinness, Johnny Walker, Smirnoff, and other brands. Now, they have a pretty low forward PE at 14.8. However, a 5-year forward PE coming in at 14.5, so that doesn't move the needle much because they're not expected to grow too terribly much. And aside from that, numbers aren't too terribly good. PEG ratio at 5.5, debt to equity at a 2, not very attractive numbers for a Dio. Now, Hershey's, if you want to get your loves from chocolate, you might want to consider Hershey's. They have a PEG ratio at 1.4, which is pretty good. Debt to equity a little high at 1.2. Their EPS growth, however, is expected to grow at 20.5%, which is just great. LYV is Live Nation. They are Live Nation, and they also own Ticketmaster. So if you want to treat your loved one to a concert, LYV might be the company for you. Pretty good numbers. Return on equity at 68%, revenue growth at 7.8%. Their PEG ratio, however, is just gigantic. It's a 14.4. That gives us a little bit of caution, and a forward PE at 65.6, and a 5-year forward PE coming in at 78.2. So really, really concerning numbers across the board there. We'll see how their scores shake out in a bit. And finally, Match.com. If you don't have a significant other, if you don't have a partner this Valentine's Day, you might want to hop on Match. Match not only is Match.com, they also own Tinder, they own OkCupid, and also Hinge, among many other apps. So this is basically the premier dating app company. They have the best PEG ratio at 0.7. They have the best forward PE at 11.4. We could not find reliable numbers on debt to equity and return on equity, but return on invested capital coming in at 22%, profit margins a healthy 17.6%, and EPS growth 15.1%, and a 5-year forward PE at 6.8%. So not only that, we see a free cash flow yield at 13.4%, so almost double the minimum that we're looking for. So before we even look at the scores, Match.com looks like it's coming in as the best company of these 5 as far as growth metrics are concerned. Now, if you're new to this channel, what we do is we look at these companies and we score them between -10 and +10 based on growth and safety. -10 is absolute garbage. +10 is a fantastic company. So we're going to start off with Live Nation. Now, 0 is neutral, and we usually aim for something well above 0, and Live Nation is coming in at a -3.8, probably due in part to their high forward PE and their very high PEG ratio. So Live Nation, as far as a growth company, not something that we're interested in. Dio coming in at a respectable 3.1. We typically like numbers to be 5 and higher when it comes to growth. So Dio, if it's something that you absolutely wanted, possibly consider. Hershey's coming in at a 3.8. Airbnb coming in as the first 5 that we see for these companies. So their fantastic return on invested capital, their healthier profit margins, and their great revenue growth are contributing to that score of 5. And the best growth company of all these is Match.com, coming in at a 7.5. Now, growth is important, but also safety. We're going to look at some safety scores, and we're going to consider mostly dividend yield, dividend growth, and years of dividend growth when we look at safety, among other things. But Airbnb coming in with some pretty solid numbers, PE ratio at 28.8, and their return on assets 9.6%. They don't have any dividend to speak of, so therefore they have no dividend growth or years of dividend growth, so that may hurt their numbers in the end. Now, the dividend yield for Dio is 4.1%, but it looks like they cut their dividend recently, so that's gone down 1.2%. Their payout ratio is just an astronomical 240%, so they're probably taking on massive debt just to pay off those dividend yields, and so is a dividend cut in the future for Dio? That remains to be seen. Okay, 5-year forward PE coming in at a 14.5. Hershey's does offer a 2.4% dividend yield. They don't grow their dividend too terribly much at a 1.5%, and their payout ratio is also quite concerning, 127%. Debt to equity of these companies, this is some of the best, but it's still over 1, so not too terribly attractive. Live Nation, nothing really to speak of as far as safety when it comes to Live Nation. And finally, Match.com, PE ratio at 13.7, return on assets 13 even, return on invested capital 22%. And we see their 5-year forward PE again coming in at 6.8. They do offer a 2.3% dividend yield, and they've grown their dividend for 1 year. However, we couldn't find reliable data for their dividend growth. Before we get into safety scores, if you're getting anything out of this video, please remember to like this video so we can spread the word to others on YouTube. And if you have not done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel so you can keep coming back for more stock analysis. Now, when it comes to safety scores, Live Nation, once again at the bottom of the barrel, negative 2.5. Hershey's coming in at a 1.7. Dio coming in at a 4.2. Airbnb coming in at a 5.8. Once again, Airbnb is above that 5 mark that we're looking for. And the best safety company coming in at a very astounding 10 is Match.com. So it's not only important to make sure that you're buying quality companies, but you want to make sure you're getting them at a fair price or even a bargain price. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about these intrinsic values of these companies. So we can see that we have Match here. And we ran a PE ratios model and a discounted cash flow model for Match.com. And if you want to see how to build out spreadsheets that compute the PE ratios model, the dividend discount model, the discounted cash flow model, and the PE, or rather the PEGI model for the Peter Lynch valuation model, check out the description to this video. I link 4 videos to show you how to do that so you can build out these intrinsic value calculators yourselves. These are absolutely essential, crucial tools for the toolbox of any investor. So it should come as no surprise based on the scores that Live Nation is dead last. They are currently trading for $148 per share. We think the intrinsic value based on our calculations with the intrinsic values is $126 per share. That gives us a margin of safety of negative 17%. So that actually means you're paying a premium for Live Nation. So this is certainly a company that we are not interested in. However, when it comes to analysts, analysts are saying strong buy. There are 11 analysts saying strong buy. There's 8 saying buy, 2 saying hold, nobody saying sell, nobody saying strong sell. So Interflame Finance and Wall Street are very, very divergent on Live Nation. We see that they have an average price target of about $172, $175. That's about a 16 to 17% increase in the stock price over the next year. The most bullish analyst saying $195. So let us know in the comments below. Do you agree with Wall Street or do you agree with our numbers? Do you think that Live Nation is a strong buy or something to avoid altogether? Next up is Hershey's. Now, they don't have the greatest scores, growth and safety both below 5, average score at 2.75. However, they're currently trading for $231. Intrinsically, we think that they are worth $300 per share. That gives us a margin of safety of 23%. And once again, we disagree with the analysts. The analysts see that Hershey's is going to actually shrink. It's currently trading for $230, and they think over the next year it's going to be about $210 per share. That would be about an 8.5% decrease in the stock price. The most bullish analyst saying that Hershey's should be trading for $243. One analyst is saying strong buy, 2 are saying buy, 12 are saying hold, nobody's saying sell, and nobody's saying strong sell. So let us know in the comments also for Hershey's. Do you agree with us? Do you think that this is a undervalued company? Or do you think that Wall Street is correct and that this is going to go down in stock price? Now, we will point out that the average score is below 5. And so this is something that we probably would not consider for the Interflame Finance portfolio, mainly because we want to see those scores of 5 and higher. Dio, something we probably also want to avoid, average score at 3.65. However, they're currently trading for $97 per share. Intrinsically, they're probably worth more, around $64 based on our calculations. And so that gives us a 52% premium for Dio. And now what's especially concerning about Wall Street is there's only one analyst covering this from what we can see. They're saying it's an average stock price of $109 per share. That gives us about a 12% increase. And that one analyst is saying strong buy. Actually, there's 2 analysts. I'm sorry. There's one saying strong buy, one saying hold. So therefore, the average is a buy. Wall Street thinks that this is going to go up to $109 per share. We think that it is way overvalued and it's going to go down to $64 per share. Let us know in the comments what you think. Now, Airbnb have growth and safety scores, both 5 and higher. Therefore, their average score is 5.4. That's what we like to see. They're currently trading for $121 per share. Intrinsically, we think that they're worth $139. That gives us our first score above 5, and positive margin of safety of 13%. So if Airbnb is something that you wanted to consider, this might be the time to do so, or wait until it gets down at a 15% discount to $118 per share. That's when you might want to consider buying it. And we want to buy heavy if it's a 35% discount or greater. And so that means that if Airbnb dips down to 90 or below, if this is something that you have conviction in, you may want to grab it at $90 and lower. Wall Street seems to think there's about a 22 to 24% increase in the stock price on average. The most bullish analysts saying $200 per share. That would be a 65% increase. 8 analysts are saying strong buy, 6 are saying buy, 16 say hold, 2 are on the sell side, and 1 is on the strong sell side. So Airbnb, average price target of $148 per share, and we're saying about that, $139 per share. So for the first time in this video, it seems like we are agreeing with Wall Street. And finally, Match.com coming in at an 8.75. So growth is fantastic, safety is fantastic. Intrinsically, we think they are worth $61 per share. They are currently trading for $33 per share. So that is a very phenomenal 47% margin of safety. However, Wall Street and Interflame Finance seem to disagree. We say $61 per share, and Wall Street is coming in at an average of $35 per share. That is about a 7 to 9% increase in the stock price based on Wall Street analysts' expectations over the next year. But the most bullish analyst is saying $46 per share. That pales in comparison to our expectation of $61 per share. 1 strong buy from Wall Street, 2 buys, 9 holds, 0 sells, and 0 strong sells. So we once again disagree on Match.com. So if you got anything out of this video, please feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel, keep coming back for more content. Remember, nothing that we say on this channel is financial advice. We are not financial advisors. We are not your financial advisors. We are not telling you to buy, hold, or sell any security or company in your portfolio. Always do your own research. Always do your own due diligence. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you watching this video. Please come back for more content. We appreciate you. We'll see you in the next video.